This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. It is 5 o'clock and we have made it all the way to Friday. Glad you're with us. Early risers out there. I'm Ray Collins. Let's get right to the weekend forecast now. Here he is, folks. Meteorologist John Scalzi.
Good morning, Ray.
How are you?
Good. We're looking at a little cooler temperatures outside this morning. It was beautiful sleeping weather last night, wasn't it?
Yes.
Fantastic. Nighttime temperatures have dropped about 2 or 3 degrees below where they were 24 hours ago. But that trend will not continue throughout the day. We're going to warm up today just a little bit above where we were 24 hours ago. Taking a look at the current temperature maps, we've got 53 degrees in Arcadia, Wauchula, Mayaca, closer to the coast, a little warmer, 60 Venice, 62 Longboat, 60 in Inglewood, but 57 degrees in Sarasota. No rain falling anywhere in the state of Florida. That will change this weekend. We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But for today, mostly sunny skies with a daytime high pretty close to that 80-degree mark. We'll talk about the weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes, right?
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic. We do have an issue already on the interstate around State Road 70. We'll click on that and see. Looks like just a usual car accident of some sort, so if you can avoid that area, do so at this point. Checking farther south, the Bayfront once again showing some issues this morning in the southbound lane as you pass along there toward the 301-41 split. South County, nothing much to speak of at 5:02 on this Friday morning. Our top story, students will see a strong police presence on the Sarasota High School campus today after school security and police were alerted to what was initially believed to be a threat on social media. The Sarasota County School District sent out a robocall warning parents about a possible threat at the school today. A student reported a message on Snapchat that included a threat toward the school. Well, police were able to find the individual who posted the message. Detectives spoke to the girl and her parents, and detectives say they have no information to support any type of threat to the school. Additional law enforcement, though, will be on campus today as a safety precaution. This threat comes only 1 week after a student brought a gun on a Sarasota County school bus, causing 6 schools to go into lockdown. Shifting gears now, in other education news, on a much lighter note, Nico Elementary School is hosting a garden party today. The school was recently named a green school by Keeping Manatee Beautiful. A ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held today. The school's garden was completely removed during the summer and then recently rebuilt. Students from the Manatee School for the Arts will be collecting food for the needy today. The school's 4th annual Halloween food drive called Food for the Souls begins at 6 o'clock tonight. They hope to get at least 2,000 non-perishable items to donate throughout the community. If you'd like to take part, you can bring a non-perishable item as an entrance fee. Each additional item donated will be worth 2 tickets to play games and win prizes. People can also donate $1 to receive 2 tickets. Also happening today, the 5th annual Trunk or Treat event will be held at the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex. Families are encouraged to decorate the trunks of their cars and pass out candy. Best decorations and best costumes will get a prize. Families can go today to the Taylor Complex from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. With Halloween just a few days away, it used to be years ago there were concerns of razor blades and candies and apples, but these days one of the concerns is candy that is laced with marijuana. Reporter Denise Dedore has some warning tips.
Every Halloween, vigilant parents know to look out for razor blades and tampered candy.
I go trick-or-treating every Halloween. I make sure that my kids have a great time, but I also make sure that they're safe.
But informed moms like Sandy Logan know there's another thread weeding its way into holiday candy bags: edible marijuana products. This bag of goldfish crackers contains 5,000 milligrams of the psychoactive chemical THC. Statewide, the number of children exposed to marijuana has more than doubled in the last 10 years.
You have cereals, Pop-Tarts, gummy bears, chocolates, Rice Krispie treats.
Officer Charles Chacon with LAPD's Mission Division says side effects include paranoia, headaches, dizziness, vomiting, and seizures. He says in other states, the cases of kids ingesting THC-infused products skyrocketed once recreational marijuana became legalized.
If a kid eats it, the weight is lower, the THC is going to be more concentrated, so it's going to affect them more.
Each gummy bear is a single dose, and each one contains enough THC as you'd find in a marijuana joint. So imagine if a child ate the whole bag.
It looks different, just get rid of it completely.
Marijuana edibles are designed to look like popular sweets and candy bars. Officer Chacon says don't eat anything anything not prepackaged or opened.
Don't take stuff that's put into the little baggies without the actual packaging, because that's usually where the danger comes from.
Or you can do what this mom does.
I'm going to go out, have a good time, buy my candy ahead of time, and when they go to bed, swap it out.
That way your kids get the treats you want them to have.
Officials say it's often difficult to distinguish marijuana edibles from regular candy based on appearance alone, but they do have an odor similar to that of a marijuana plant. Speaking of drugs, one detention center in South Carolina is now in jail, the same jail he's supposed to be guarding. He's accused of illegally buying prescription pills and giving them to inmates. This story first caught the attention of one sheriff, then deputies arrested a man for dealing prescription drugs out of his house. He told deputies that one of his regular customers was also a jail guard. The sheriff says that Bobby Presnell confessed to smuggling the drugs to inmates at the center. Officers went in last night and searched the entire facility.
We completely took the cells apart. We took the vents down, we took the lights down.
After searching his home, they found more pills, alcohol, cigarettes, and other contraband. They are investigating to see if any other jail employees knew what was going on or may have been involved. Happening today in Venice, your chance to speak to South County Congressman Tom Rooney's staff. Employees will be at the Venice City Hall later on this morning to talk about any federal issues you might be having. Rooney's caseworkers cannot assist with state or local issues or problems you might have with a private company. You can go to Venice City Hall today at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. rather, and that is in room 106. Florida's Hurricane Fund may pay out as much as $5 billion. The Hurricane Catastrophe Fund released a statement saying it won't have to borrow any money. The financial health of the fund is important because the state can impose a surcharge on most insurance policies to replenish it if it runs out. Some critics have called that surcharge a hurricane tax. The fund entered storm season in good financial shape, and new estimates conclude the fund could borrow up to nearly $8 billion if need be. Dozens of pets who were displaced by Hurricane Maria are now under the care of an animal rescue shelter in Lakewood Ranch. As our Rick Adams shows us, the dogs and cats will now be up for adoption.
Well, a variety of dogs and cats are here now following a very long journey, and when they're ready, they will be made available for adoption. One by one, the crew at Nate's Honor Animal Rescue brought the 24 animals into their temporary home, an isolation barn at the shelter. 16 dogs, half of them pups, and 8 cats displaced by Hurricane Maria made the long journey from St. Croix to Bradenton.
We're very excited to see them and to care for them and to make sure that what they've been through is forgotten as quickly as possible.
For at least the next 2 weeks, these animals will receive lots of attention and lots of TLC, making sure they are in good health and ready to be adopted.
We have an AM and a PM shift that will be feeding, cleaning, medicating, giving love.
A total of 51 homeless dogs and cats were taken to 3 animal shelters in Florida Thursday, including Nate's Honor Animal Rescue. Prior to their journey, they were cared for by the ASPCA and transported to Florida by Wings of Rescue.
They look like they're in good condition. All of the animals that we're taking are owner surrenders, so they were people that lost their homes who could no longer care for their animals. So they, were well cared for. They're not in rough shape.
And for more information on when these dogs and cats will be made available for adoption, you can log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
It wasn't just pets, but Hurricane Maria also forced thousands of Puerto Rico residents into Florida. Governor Scott says more than 73,000 people have arrived here in the past few weeks alone. 73,000. The state officials are providing aid to victims who've relocated here, as well as those who still remain in Puerto Rico. Last month, President Trump declared Puerto Rico a disaster area. FEMA estimates that recovery will take years. 2 new inquiries have been opened into a contract awarded to a small Montana company to restore parts of Puerto Rico's power grid. The Inspector General of the Department of Homeland Security has opened an inquiry into the contract between Whitefish Energy and Puerto Rico's Power Authority. The inquiry will examine the appropriateness of how the contract was done, according to the Inspector General's office. Separately, the House Committee on Natural Resources has also opened an inquiry into the contract, the committee announced on Thursday. Chairman Rob Bishop of Utah wrote to the Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority on Thursday requesting documents on this contract as well as information about its normal contracting procedures. New video has been released of a person of interest that may be involved in that recent series of fatal shootings in Tampa. This new video shows a person walking on a street very close to the first homicide around the time the first victim was shot. The individual appears to be looking at a phone, then walking toward the scene before later running away. At this time, police are not saying this person is a suspect, but it is likely that they saw or heard something that could be the key to solving these series of homicides, certainly keeping residents there on high alert in Seminole Heights.
Scary thing.
Certainly would be.
Very scary thing. Apparently, the way he flips his phone is something that could identify him.
Yeah, is that right?
Well,
idiosyncrasy of
yeah,
some
yeah,
sort?
exactly. Yeah, it's a weird, you know, what you can pick out in even a grainy video like that.
Yeah.
That may be of interest.
Maybe it'll help.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We have some changing weather coming up over the weekend. We're continuing to watch the tropics, and of course, got an eye on that Halloween forecast too.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got your costume chosen yet?
No.
No? Okay, you've got time. Also, head first alert traffic, and the driver of the man who was allegedly killed by teens who threw a rock through the windshield is now trying to replace that damaged car. How you can help, up next. And later in the hour, Amazon is now offering a new feature, delivering packages right inside your home.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
57 degrees, the air temperature, dew point, a little bit warmer this morning, coming in at 52. Temperatures are just slightly cooler than they were 24 hours ago at this hour. But as we head into the afternoon, they'll be actually a little bit warmer than we saw 24 hours ago. As we get a bit of a wind shift, east-northeast now at 8. Watch it become more due east as we head into the afternoon. 56 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia at 56, so's Mayaca, Northport at 57, so's Venice. Bradenton comes in at 58, so does Parrish, and Sarasota comes in at 57 degrees. So here's what's going to be happening over the course of the weekend. Of course, we've been continuing to monitor areas of disturbed weather in the Caribbean. There's been more thunderstorm activity there as of late. And as it lifts northward, it'll be pulling away from land, so it'll have a better opportunity over water to develop further. And it does look like it will lift northward across Cuba and into the Florida Straits over the weekend, in whatever form it finally takes. Maybe a tropical depression or a tropical disturbance, something like that. But in any event, an approaching front will hurriedly whisk it out into the Atlantic, away from the state of Florida. But as it lifts northward, high pressure will move to the east. An easterly wind flow will bring more moisture to the region, and the showers and thunderstorms associated with that low will start to overspread the state of Florida, increasing our rain chances on Saturday, tomorrow. Then on Sunday, that front actually comes through and kind of clears everything out, whisks this storm out to sea, and we'll be watching for another little shot of cooler air. Weather highlights: sunny and a little bit warmer today. In fact, I think we'll start off the day sunny tomorrow, but there will be some more clouds building, and by afternoon it'll be a mostly cloudy afternoon. We'll work in a chance for showers during the afternoon tomorrow, but it's particularly tomorrow night through Sunday morning when probably the best chance of rainfall will occur. And then the front moves past on Sunday, and very slow clearing will take place. By Monday, the sunshine returns, and so too does the cooler weather. 50% chance of some development with this system as of this morning from the Hurricane Center. We'll look for an east wind today, coming in at about 10 to 15 knots, and that will bring you a light chop. Should be a pretty nice day for boating. We do have a 50% chance of showers on Saturday. Sunday, about a 30% chance. Tuesday, Halloween, looks beautiful. Plenty of sunshine and very mild temperatures with daytime high of about 77. Back to you, Ray.
All right, thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic. More information now about that issue. So it's the southbound left lane blocked on I-75 as you get around to exit 217 State Road 70, so be aware of that. You might want to take 301 or just to expect some slight delays right there. Let's check farther south now into Sarasota County. Again, the Bayfront showing some congestion, mostly in the southbound lane along Mound. Also Bee Ridge in the eastbound lane as you get up to the Beneva area. Let's go farther south now into our friends at Venice and Northport and check that. Nothing much to report at 5:18 on your Friday morning. 5 Michigan teenagers are being held without bond after allegedly dropping a 6-pound rock off an overpass, killing a passenger in a passing van below. Now the driver of that car is talking about it, and as reporter James Felton tells us, the man is trying to raise money to repair his car.
I'm trying to get the word out there that, you know, there's somebody that's still hurting.
Crystal Loudon tells us that somebody is her close friend, Stephen Amthor. He was behind the wheel when a rock thrown from the Dodge Road overpass broke through his windshield and killed his buddy, Kenneth White. They were driving home from work on I-75. Loudon says Amthor's van is now just a gruesome reminder of the horrific events that played out last week.
He can't even think about getting back into that vehicle, and I'm just trying to lessen the burden of what he's going through right now.
Now Loudon has launched a GoFundMe page in an effort to get Amthor another set of wheels.
We're not necessarily looking for a brand new vehicle. We just want to get him something that's gonna, you know, be reliable and get him back to work and get him back on a track to a normal life.
And while Loudon says Amthor is going through a lot right now, she thinks a little support from our viewers could do a lot for the long healing process ahead.
It would mean a lot to me, you know, I think that the community comes together for their own, and that's how it should be. And I just want to help him pick up the pieces.
Well, as of this morning, the GoFundMe page has raised a little less than $1,000 toward its $10,000 goal. Sad story there indeed. 5:19 still ahead. Walmart will soon have robots roaming the aisles in some stores. We'll tell you which ones in today's Tech Bites. And after 5:30, only a fraction of the JFK classified documents were released last night. We'll tell you why the White House held back on releasing tens of thousands of others.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Well, if you're by your computer later on this morning about 8 o'clock, it's our weekly Facebook Friday Live. If you go to our ABC7 Sarasota Facebook page, we're going to have a little live update on things going on, and you'll meet some of the folks behind the scenes. That's 8 o'clock this morning on the ABC7 Facebook page. Also, don't forget the app. We've updated our app. If you want to stay updated on the latest information, you can download the new app. This is for iPhone and iPad users. You want to go to the App Store and search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users will get the new version automatically. Welcome back, 5:22 right now. It's a day some Apple fans have been waiting for. They can now pre-order the iPhone 10. ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, you have to be fast overnight if you wanted to pre-order the new iPhone.
Reports say within 10 minutes, there were only a few models of the iPhone 10 still available online. In-store sales of the $1,000 phone begin a week from today. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos could pass Bill Gates as the world's richest person.
Yeah, after Amazon's stock surge yesterday, Bezos raked in nearly $7 billion. If that holds today, Bezos would be worth about $2 billion more than Gates.
Just $2 billion.
Yeah.
And Walmart robots will be in the aisles of 50 stores by the end of January. They'll look for out-of-stock items, missing labels, and other issues.
So the robots have been tested in Arkansas and California. Walmart says they will free up human workers to help customers.
Oh, so when you walk in, you'll still be greeted by an actual person.
Not a robot.
All right.
Oh, good to know.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Disabled American Veterans.
I am a veteran. I lost both legs in Vietnam.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory was getting my benefits and a good education.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran. I didn't want to admit it, but I have PTSD.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory was finding help and learning that I wasn't alone.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Well, here's to first dates. You look amazing.
And you look amazingly comfortable.
When your V-neck looks more like a U-neck, that's when you know it's half washed. Add Downy to keep your collars from stretching. Unlike detergent alone, Downy conditions to smooth and strengthen fibers. So don't half wash it. Downy, and it's done.
your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, what's inside the classified JFK documents released last night in Washington, and why were only some released? And Orlando Daycare has some unusual visitors. We'll tell you why wildlife experts say it's no big surprise. And a woman using her artistic talents to raise awareness for breast cancer. Those stories and more this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, 5:28. We have made it together to Friday. Glad you're with us right now, October the 27th. Let's go to John Scalzi now with details of the all-important weekend forecast, because there are plenty of activities this weekend around the area, John.
Lots of stuff going on, absolutely. And it looks like that things should cooperate with most of them. We'll have an increase in cloud cover over the weekend. And yes, there will be some rain showers around, but I think the bulk of those rain showers will occur during the after dark hours. Most of them. We'll talk about it in a few. Cooper in central Sarasota picks up 58 degrees. The temperature is slightly cooler than they were 24 hours ago. Sarasota at the airport, 57 degrees, 54. Lakewood Ranch, 53. Myakka. Inglewood at 60, and Venice is at 60, Bradenton at 53. No rain falling anywhere across the region, and today's high will probably actually, even though we start off a little cooler, end up being a little warmer than we were 24 hours ago by a few degrees, probably pretty close to the 80-degree mark. We'll have the complete forecast details for the weekend in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. That earlier issue on I-75 at 70 has since been cleared up, so no issues there. Little blip there at the intersection of 301 and 70. Also, be aware of 301 northbound as you take off from Fruitville and Bee Ridge and the eastbound lanes around Beneva. Also, 41 south as you head toward Clark Road. Let's check our final map to the south there and see some buildup there in Venice around Center Road as you head northbound on 41 toward Nokomis. Our top story this half hour, tens of thousands of classified documents were expected to be released last night involving the JFK assassination. In the end, only a fraction were released. ABC's Arlette Saenz tells us why and what was in those documents that were made public.
Thousands of documents shed new light on the far-reaching probe into the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. In Dealey Plaza on November 22, 1963, the 35th president sat as an open target for assassin Lee Harvey Oswald.
President Kennedy has been shot in Dallas, Texas.
One memo from 1964 says investigators looked into claims Oswald was an FBI informant. They determined he was not. Another memo shows a 1975 deposition of former CIA Director Richard Helms. He was asked about charges the CIA was involved, and if there was information that shows, quote, Oswald was in some way a CIA agent. The document then cuts off. 2 days after he killed JFK,
There is Lee Oswald. He's been shot.
Oswald himself was gunned down while in police custody. The sequence of events fueled intrigue and doubt. That same day, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover dictated a memo insisting that doubt be put to rest. He wanted, quote, something issued so that we can convince the public that Oswald is the real assassin. The release was 25 years in the making after Congress passed a law calling for the release of all federal assassination-related records by yesterday. Experts say the documents could show if Oswald was tracked during his trip to Mexico City 7 weeks before the assassination and whether he spoke of his plan. The documents also could hold clues to one big question. Did Oswald act alone?
I would like to think that these documents would be a final answer. Realistically, that's never going to happen.
President Trump bowed to pressure from the FBI and CIA to withhold some of these documents out of concern for national security. The CIA says they have about 18,000 more documents they will release after a 6-month review. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Other news now, the Suncoast will be part of the Amazon pilot program that lets delivery drivers into your home when you're not there. Amazon Key will start next month. Prime members will be able to have packages from Amazon dropped just inside their front door instead of on the front porch in view of would-be thieves. The service also allows users to grant temporary access to guests or professional service providers like dog walkers or cleaners. To use this service, customers will need to buy an Amazon Key in-home kit that includes security cameras and a compatible smart door lock. These kits start at $250. A Prime membership will cost you about $99 a year. Uber has added a new feature that will make running errands or picking up friends easier. The company unveiled a new tool that will let users add multiple stops on a single trip. Customers will be able to make changes while they're on that trip in real time. The feature rolled out yesterday. People with the latest version of the Uber app should see it happen automatically. However, amidst the new features, Uber is fending off accusations of an unfair work environment. 3 Latina engineers are suing the ride-sharing company, claiming that Uber is in the violation of the Equal Pay Act. They allege women and people of color were paid less than their white or Asian male colleagues. They're accusing Uber of using a stack ranking system for evaluating employees. The women also say the system undervalues female employees and employees of color. Because of that, the women claim those employees receive lower rankings despite equal or better performance. Uber declined to comment on this lawsuit. An 11-year-old was pulled over for driving around California with his intoxicated uncle in the passenger seat. When police pulled them over, she was shocked. The boy said his uncle was teaching him how to drive, and the man on the passenger side agreed and said he didn't want to get a DUI. According to police, he seemed to be high on meth and had a prior DUI in May.
To be 11 years old and driving your drunk uncle home, that's pretty bad. But the worst part is the fellow endangerment. He could have killed his nephew.
Police also found open containers of beer in the car. The uncle was taken to jail. He faces child endangerment charges. His nephew was returned to his mother's custody. The mother of an autistic boy in Milwaukee is using a GPS to help track her son, who has been known to wander. But her son's school doesn't like it, and they've suspended him for 3 days in a row now. The mother says it's for his safety, but the school says he is hurting the safety of others.
I needed to come to the school and either remove the device or remove him, which I refused.
But the suspension letter cited the fact that the 6-year-old was wearing a GPS device with listening capabilities. The device has a microphone which can be activated in case of emergency so the mother can listen to her son's surroundings. The feature can be turned off, but the school still objected. Happening now in Florida, the cooler weather causing bears to be on the move. Yeah, and a couple of them made their way to a child care yesterday in Orlando. Look at this. 2 bear cubs and their mother were spotted outside the teddy bear child care yesterday. The 3 bears spent the day hanging in a tree and walking around. The co-owner of the daycare said her main priority was to make sure the 12 kids at the daycare were safe.
We stayed inside today. We had indoor games today, but other than that, it was cool because we're teddy bear childcare and we see teddy bears outside. Oh, look, teddy bears.
Perfect timing. Rodriguez says a visit from wildlife officers put her at ease and helped her manage the unexpected visit. Neighbors nearby said this was unusual. They have never seen black bears in their neighborhood before. From teddy bears to Teddy Roosevelt, police in New York are trying to find the vandals who splattered red paint on a statue of the former president. The vandals also painted red splash marks through words on the marble beside the statue. This happened at the American Museum of Natural History. And it all seems to be part of a protest against New York and their public debate about symbols of hate. Since this past summer, leftist groups have been calling on the museum to get rid of the statue, saying that President Roosevelt was a racist.
I think that this is disgraceful. This is not a way to protest or make statements about what you care about.
I see both sides of it, but I have to go with the fact that what they did in the past is something that was, not something that we should be proud about.
Vandals have also damaged other monuments, including the statues of Christopher Columbus in Central Park and Columbus Circle. A spokesman for the mayor and the museum insisted that vandalism has no place in the ongoing public conversation about monuments. Mayor Bill de Blasio established a commission last month to review historic monuments and public art across the city. Tiger Woods will be back in a Palm Beach courtroom today. He was set to appear Tuesday on DUI charges, but it was rescheduled until today. He's expected to plead guilty to reckless driving and enter a DUI first offender program. He was arrested last May after police in Jupiter found him unconscious in his parked car. He had no alcohol in his system. The golfer said he was taking prescription medication related to his ongoing back injuries. Key West is shrugging off Hurricane Irma this week with the annual Fantasy Fest on Duval Street. Florida Keys tourism revenues have been down overall since Irma pummeled the island chain last month. Tourism brings in about $2.7 billion a year in the Keys, and visitor-related jobs are more than half the workforce. So tonight is a masquerade party, and tomorrow is the flamboyant Fantasy Fest parade. From hurricane damage to fire damage, Northern California is still in the early stages of tourism returning, and some officials say rebuilding could take years. Record-breaking fires damaged thousands of homes and businesses, but even after the fires have been cleared, the tourism industry is already seeing the impact. Stores and wineries that were typically booming right now are sparse.
Business is definitely down because unfortunately the perception is that we all burned up in Napa, and the fact is we're more untouched than touched.
As of right now, the cleanup is the main priority. If it's not finished by January, winter rain could slow efforts at burn sites and result in toxic particles running off into streams. Some business owners in Tennessee are boarding up their shops this weekend, and not due to any kind of natural disaster. As Erica Lathan tells us, the concern there is a white nationalist rally.
Ridge isn't taking chances when it comes to protecting his property.
Well, we've been encouraged by the police in Murfreesboro to board up our windows in advance of that rally on Saturday. So we're trying to heed the warning.
As part of a safety plan, police are surveying rooftops and have advised area businesses to close when white supremacist groups rally on the square this Saturday.
I feel like all of the businesses downtown are being robbed of a fourth quarter Saturday income. And these are not big corporations. These are small businesses that will definitely feel the effect.
But Chris isn't boarding up his business.
I looked at boarding up, but truthfully, the expense of boarding up is more than the deductible of insurance. So the police, I believe, have it well in hand.
For some, it's all very disturbing.
To watch your town be built, boarded up because of something that could potentially be very dangerous, it is nerve-wracking.
Others have predictions, even advice for those attending the White Lives Matter rally.
I guess they got their freedom of speech, so they can go do their march all they want. Anybody who gets out of line, I think we got 500 spaces in jail, and we ought to fill every one of them.
My hope is that it rains terribly all day that day, and that the media finds someplace else to be. Because if the media isn't here, nobody will stay.
And that was Erica Lathan reporting. The White Lives Matter movement chose Tennessee because of the recent changes in demographics in Middle Tennessee. Over the past 15 years, around 18,000 refugees have arrived in Tennessee, and that's not including immigrants. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one survivor is doing all she can to spread awareness through art. For Anna Davis of Washington, D.C., putting pen to paper kept her going. Since she was diagnosed 4 years ago, she's been documenting her journey through art. She's now taking some of her pieces and transforming them into 3D woodwork.
I think some are taking longer to do because I'm not ready, to put it down yet.
She's hoping her pieces will inspire others on a similar journey. Some of her pieces are currently on display at the Swedish Embassy in Washington, D.C. Nice that she's using her talents in that regard.
Yeah, she is talented too. That was some pretty nice stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, weekend rain is a definite possibility, it looks like, and we continue to monitor the tropics. There's an area of disturbed weather there heading north toward the state of Florida. So everything considered, enjoy today because we're looking at a lot of sunshine out there. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon. Talk about it in a sec.
Also had first alert traffic and the story of a young mother who delivered her baby at home up next in Health Smart.
Wow.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
My name's Greg Simone, president and founder of Care to Try. I'm excited to announce that this year we're hosting our inaugural 5K and 1 mile race. In addition, we are attempting to set a Guinness Book of World Records for the most amount of wheelchairs in a race. This is a call to action and we need your help. We'd like to set an environment where everybody's accepted. So please come out and join us in Wheel Unified. The event will be hosted on November 4th, 2017 at Lakewood Ranch CrossFit. Please go to our website, caretotry.org, where there are details for race sign up.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 57-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value of 52 degrees out there. We're going to see the dew point start to rise through the day today and into tomorrow thanks to the easterly component of the wind kind of transporting some moisture from the Atlantic into our area. Also, even though the air temperature is a little bit cooler this morning than they were 24 hours ago, the actual afternoon daytime high will probably be a couple of degrees warmer. We have across the region 56 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia at 54, 54. Myakka, Parrish comes in at 56 degrees, and then in Bradenton, you've got 56 as well. 58 degrees in Venice, and in Boca Grande a little bit warmer at 63 there. So here's the situation over the course of the weekend. Of course, as you know, we have another cold front headed our way. Been talking about this one and the fact that at this time of year, not unusual to get cold fronts every couple of days. And so here's our next cold front that'll be plowing through parts of the Louisiana Delta region later this afternoon, setting up a line of showers out in Gulf waters. The high pressure ridge is going to move out into the Atlantic, and that's going to cause our wind shift out of the due east, maybe even southeast tomorrow, and that will help to pump moisture back into the region. Plus, as you know, we have been talking for days now about this area down to the south. Hurricane Center giving it about a 50% chance of development over the next 48 hours or so. It's going to pull away from areas of the Central America coastline, giving it an opportunity to develop farther. And as it develops, it'll start lifting northward. Rain showers will start to move through parts of Florida as this system lifts off toward the north and to the east. Some of the rain is going to be heavy down to the southern tip of the state. They could get 3, maybe 4-inch rainfalls down in areas of Miami, the Florida Keys, places like that up through Lauderdale as the system lifts northeast. I don't think we'll see that much rainfall here. Our rainfall in the area of about an inch of rain or so, perhaps. And then a frontal boundary moves through on Sunday night and kind of clears everything out. Sunny and warmer today. Look for those increasing clouds tomorrow afternoon with rain showers around, and then rain showers particularly Saturday night into Sunday. 50% chance of development, a lot more thunderstorm activity there this morning than 24 hours ago. Forecast to lift north over Cuba and then out into the Atlantic. It will never have an opportunity to become a strong system. It will get torn apart by the upper level winds of that approaching cold front, but it will spread moisture. We're looking at an east wind at about 10 to 15, light chop. Nice day for boating today, by the way. Tomorrow, though, you might see those winds start to increase. Sunday is going to be a windy day, so boaters pay attention to that. Even though we might get some clearing on Sunday, it's not going to be terribly favorable for boating. Halloween looks like it's going to be nice, Ray.
Good to hear. Thank you, John. I'll design my costume appropriately then. There's the traffic. As you approach Lakewood Ranch on University, you'll see some issues perhaps in both directions, so be on guard about that around the mall there. Let's check farther south now into the rest of Sarasota County. You'll see Bee Ridge Road in the westbound lane as you get past Beneva. Some congestion there. Also I-75 building as you cross over Clark Road. Also Siesta Key has some issues there along the beach road, so be aware of that if you're heading to watch the sunrise out there. And otherwise, nothing much to report outside a little blip there at the bypass 41 in southern Sarasota County. The White House is giving new attention to the ongoing opioid crisis. Mary Maloney explains in today's Health Minute.
President Donald Trump declared the opioid crisis a national public health emergency.
Trump stopped short of declaring the crisis a national emergency, which means any new money would have to be authorized by Congress in its year-end spending package that is currently being negotiated. More than 2 million Americans have become dependent on or abused prescription pain pills and heroin, according to a recent survey by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. And about 11.5 million Americans aged 12 and older misused prescription pain medicine in 2016. Recent analysis published by the Journal of the American Medical Association says prescribed painkillers and illegal drugs such as heroin are shortening Americans' overall lifespan, as the most recent government numbers show fatal overdoses related to heroin have skyrocketed 533% between 2002 and 2016. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Call 911, the baby's coming. That's what a mother screamed at her husband before delivering their baby at home on her own. There's the sound effects there. This mother south of Rochester initially went into the hospital when she started having contractions. Then she was sent home after she stopped dilating. But when she got home, the baby had other plans. Turns out her family has a past of unplanned home deliveries.
By the time he got back into the bathroom, I was already yelling for him to call the ambulance because her head was already out.
When I was born in the backseat of my grandmother's car. I'm just proud of her that she did it on her own.
A miracle delivery. The couple today, both relieved, mother and baby, and are all healthy. The couple's enjoying their time with their newborn, laughing about the experience. Crazy story. Still ahead, your top local news headlines, and a cat might have gotten more offense going last night than the Dolphins on the field. Story after this.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Welcome back, 5:54 on this Friday morning. Glad you're with us. Here are the top headlines making news on the Suncoast today. Extra security will be on hand at Sarasota High School today. This after police said they found a social media threat. They have since found the girl they say was responsible. 24 animals rescued during Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico have arrived at a Lakewood Ranch shelter. The dogs and cats will be cleaned up and released for adoption. And 3 bears turned up at a daycare in Orlando. Wildlife experts say our chillier weather is causing the bears to be on the move. And if you went to bed early last night, you missed some of this action in the 4th quarter. Ravens beat the Dolphins 40-0, and this was about all the excitement that happened by the end of the game. A catastrophe on the field.
You did not.
I had to say that. So final score is 40-0. That cat was on the field for one play last night. The Dolphins might want to draft that cat. Some better movement there than we saw. There goes the cat.
Oh my gosh,
There
how
you go.
funny.
Hey, this weekend, by the way, is the Age-Friendly Festival.
At the arena.
And they send the old guy over there. So we've got an ABC7 booth. So if you're up and around tomorrow morning, stop by Roberts Arena, the Age-Friendly Festival. I'll be there at the ABC7 booth, so I'd love to shake your hand in person. Should be a good day.
And it's indoors, too.
Correct.
Which could be important because there may be some rain showers around. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second.
More on that, also more local traffic and local news headlines. And also Stephanie Roberts joins us in just a few minutes. Good morning, stay with us.